Hey there, Gemini. Welcome to your reading for the week of January 22nd. We're going to jump right in here, Gemini. You have this card that says, if the cat curls around the moon. And you also have this card that says, if the fox can't find his tail. So this is from the Dreamweaver's Oracle here. I feel like you've been looking for direction. You've been in a period, I think that let's put it this way. I think that 2023 was maybe a little bit slow for you. You had ideas, you had things that you wanted to accomplish, like probably a lot of ideas and a lot more things that you wanted to accomplish than you actually were able to accomplish. And so you had all these ideas. But I think maybe you found it hard to find the energy or the enthusiasm or kind of like the get up and go, right? It's almost like the gasoline was missing. And so, I kind of feel that this year, 2024, is more maybe you didn't do a lot last year because you had to fill up your tank even if you didn't want to. It's almost like the universe forced you to rest, relax, recover, recharge your batteries, all that other stuff. And so I kind of feel that this year, the good news is that you're in a year where you're going to be moving forward a lot faster. You're going to be making progress. And I even feel that some of you could be making 10 years of progress in 1 year. And so you could really be, doing a lot this year is kind of what I'm getting at. And I feel like saying this is only the beginning. So, this month I'm talking about, yes, I know this is a weekly reading, but I kind of feel like this whole entire week, this whole entire, month, January is kind of like the beginning. And, I know we have 2 more weeks left, but, you're kind of moving through these 2 weeks and then you're slowly building up to something. It's kind of what I get here. I know it's weird, but that's what I get. You have the 7 of Cups. Again, I think last year you had all these ideas, you had all these plans. It could be for anything in your life. Doesn't have to be one thing or the other. Could be like love, money, spiritually, health-wise. You had all these ideas. I do feel like you got started on some of them, but I feel there were other things that kind of got in the way here with the 10 of Wands. Kind of the funny thing that I'm getting with that 10 of Wands, without getting too far ahead here, is that I feel you kind of maybe even said to the universe at times, I'm ready to start this business or I'm ready to do this thing, but I need the resources. It's almost like you've been like, hello, universe, I need, the ability to be able to take off here. It's like you're asking me to do something, which I'm happy to do, but I also need you to, kind of move out of the way and let it work. So I hope that makes sense. That's kind of like what I'm getting here. You have the Ace of Swords, and Ace of Swords is, of course, a victory or success or charging towards success. So I really feel that you are kind of charging towards success at this time with the Ace of Swords. I also feel like you're creating a lot of balance as well. So the Ace of Swords is in perfect balance. There are these 6 gold in the odds here, and it looks to me like you are just creating balance in your life or you're learning how to balance things out. You have the 10 of Pentacles. 10 of Pentacles is, of course, a card of building and leaving a legacy. It's also a card of great success. So I feel for a lot of you that you're definitely building a 10 of Pentacles. It's almost impossible to be alive and to, not work on a 10 of Pentacles. 10 of Pentacles, again, building, leaving a legacy. With all the energy in Taurus, Uranus in Taurus, Jupiter in Taurus for a little while longer, for half this year almost. Even when Jupiter leaves, doesn't matter. I still think that for many years to come, it'll be our focus. I like to remind people that, just because a planet leaves doesn't mean you're done learning the lessons or working with the energy or whatever. So even though Uranus won't leave till the end of 2025, it won't leave Taurus until then. Even after it leaves, we had to learn all those lessons, and it's now we have to put it into practice. So Uranus and Taurus, I believe, was about kind of teaching us more about freedom, how to be more free, what freedom looks like to us individually. What does that mean? Does that mean you have a job where you only work 20 hours a week instead of 40 hours a week? Or does it mean that you work a job for 80 hours a week because it provides you with ridiculous financial freedom? What is it? I don't know. Everybody's different, right? So, I think that a lot of these questions have come up for you all about freedom, what you want your future life to look like with the 10 of Pentacles. What will you tolerate forever? I have a lot of weird questions popping into my head for you, Gemini. With the 7 of Cups, you have the Ace of Swords. Definitely victory coming in for you. If you want love, by the way, I do feel this could be communication with a person. So if you're interested in a specific person, I feel like you could be communicating with that person. With the Ace of Swords, you have the Judgment card here. I do feel this is a person you've interacted with before. So for some of you, I don't think this is a past person. I just think that you could be interacting or meeting with a person that you've met with before. You could be dealing with a person that you've been with before, but not like on a real deep relationship level. Maybe you were just friends or something along those lines. So it could be that type of thing that's going on here. I also see you revisiting ideas as well. I'm telling you right now that if you're breathing new life into an old idea, you will be very successful. So it's like maybe you had an idea years ago to like start a business or to start a YouTube channel or do whatever it is that you want to do. It could be maybe you wanted to improve your health. It could be spiritual, whatever. It's like I feel that you could be revisiting an old idea. We go this way to the Ace of Pentacles, this way to the Ace of Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles is just a big opportunity, and Ace of Pentacles, we get out of it like what we put into it, right? Ace of Pentacles is like planting a garden. It is, we need to water it, fertilize it, feed it, give it sunlight, and all that other stuff. So there's like a good opportunity here for you to revisit something or breathe new life into something from the past. Again, I'm not saying a past person, although I do feel for some of you it could be, but I also feel intuitively that it never really got off the ground in the first place. So, there you go. But, that's what I would do there. You have the Four of Pentacles. Four of Pentacles is all about focusing on financial security. So I do feel like you are, some people read it as holding on too tightly to the past, which it definitely can represent. Here I am holding on to this camera, right? This camera has been broken for a while, so I dropped it a while ago, and ever since then, it just hasn't, sometimes I fix it, sometimes it doesn't work, but I just won't let it go, right? I could probably just get a new one, no problem. I have two cameras in my other room, which I could easily switch out for this one, right? So, again, yeah, maybe there's something you have to let go of, but for the most part, I just feel that you're creating financial stability. Next, in the area of the unexpected, you have this control card. It says releasing, taking back your power. You have this dating card. It says whining, dining, romance. So definitely could be love coming in for you as well. I do have a weird story popping into my head where I do feel like you could be letting go of a person here, like officially. I feel like you have let them go, like a controlling person. And what's weird about this as well? I have a very specific story popping into my head. It might only make sense to some of you, but I feel like some of you, it's like maybe you were with a person who got you to leave another person. And I feel like they tried to convince you that that person was controlling. Very confusing story popping into my head. Hopefully it makes sense to someone out there, but it's almost like a person who tried to convince you everyone else was controlling, and maybe you believed it. I don't know, we've all been there, right? I'm not calling you out or anything like that. And I feel like this is saying that you have realized already that this person was actually the controlling one. So I feel like you're finally releasing that, if that is for you. For others, again, you could have a person in your life, like a boss, a mentor, something like that. Same thing. It's like, I feel like they are very controlling, but they try to seem not controlling. And it looks to me like you are taking back control with this reading. So you could be releasing a person here with the Ten of Wands that puts a lot of burdens on you or makes things too difficult or challenging in your life. So I really feel you could be letting something like that go. Or you could be letting a person like that go. And obviously, I think that would be probably a good idea, especially if they're like super toxic or something like that. A lot of people have had the Ten of Wands lately. And I do feel that we are getting to a point that where things are going to be a little bit easier. What's really interesting is I said it in the yearly readings that, kind of weirdly enough, I actually don't think things are going to be as bad as people think they are going to be financially, right? It's like, there's all this talk about recession and all this other stuff. I definitely think there's probably going to be a dollar collapse. I've literally since 2016, I've been saying that I've been calling out 2025 specifically as the year that we could see some sort of financial changes, because that's the end of Neptune and Pisces. So I've literally been saying this since 2016. Go back to my oldest live readings that I used to do every single day. I was obsessed with it during that time. And there's a lot of reasons why. I'll spare you the details, but again, there are going to be a lot of financial changes, but I actually think this year is going to be could be like surprisingly good for people financially. And so, there you go. You have this Ace of Pentacles, finances. Again, if you water it, feed it, fertilize it, it will grow. So Ace of Pentacles says, take care of any financial opportunities that come your way. Could be any opportunity. There's love here as well. So I actually feel like this is one of those readings that's kind of a good mix of everything. You could be having or working towards a little bit of everything in your life, which is great. You have the Seven of Pentacles. Again, Seven of Pentacles is my card that says, is the juice worth the squeeze? Is it worth it to keep this camera? Hell no. Right? Obviously, let's see if it focuses right now. Barely. It did it. It made it. Congratulations, camera. But, the Seven of Pentacles says, is it worth it to keep investing in something or not? I think a lot of us are kind of being asked to make value judgments right now on every single thing that we do in life. Like, what's worth it to you? What's not worth it to you? What things are worth your energy? What things are not worth your energy? And I literally feel that the universe is asking people to, decide and to make cuts in the things that are not worth it. With the Ten of Wands, you have the Sun. A lot of happiness coming in for you. Could be a fire sign coming in for you here, going this way. So it could be a water sign, could be a fire sign, could be any sign. It's a general reading. But Leo definitely stands out to me. Sun, Two of Cups. With the Ace of Pentacles, you have the Four of Wands. Yeah, marriage. If you're meeting a person, this could be your person. I kind of feel like you're meeting a person who makes you change as well. And I don't mean that like they make you change. I mean that you want to change because of this person. Like there could be maybe there are some improvements you want to make because of this person. Maybe they make you a better person or something like that, or the two of you together. Like I get that feeling here that you could be meeting a person where you really, make each other better. Here you go. Are you kidding? With the Seven of Pentacles, you have the Emperor. Could be an Aries, could be a fire sign, but could be any sign. I definitely feel that you could be attracting an Emperor type person. Even if you don't want love, again, I feel a lot of you are clearly bossing up, making more money, taking control of how you make money. I see you doing a lot of like sifting and sorting of, as Esther Hicks says, but not like that. I see you just more making, I kind of see you making more value judgments in a good way. Like you're saying, I do all this work every single day in work, but it's not worth it. There's like another job over here that could make me more money. So that's what I mean by sifting and sorting. It's like you're kind of making these judgments in your life where you're saying, this is worth it, this is not worth it. I just think it's a good time to do that. So I would do it. You have this stuff, and it's not like you're just judging things left and right. I think that it's more like you have the evidence, you have seen, it's not like you're just judging something right off the bat. That's not what we're talking about here. We're not talking about that type of judgment. It's like you've seen what's worth it, you've seen what's not, and now you're just making changes. It's just that simple. You have this Dove card. It says peace and serenity. You have this rabbit. It says pregnancy and fears on it. This year, in the 2024 readings, every single person had a pregnancy card. So if you're not trying to get pregnant, I would be careful. I do feel like some of you could be meeting a person where you either you or them, whatever, whoever can get pregnant. I don't care. And obviously, if you can't get pregnant, this isn't for you. People always are like, I'm 73 years old. I can't get pregnant. Obviously not for you. General reading. Take what resonates, leave the rest. But what I would say here is that, if you can get pregnant or if you can make someone pregnant, then I would be careful with this energy. Although I do kind of feel like just looking around here, some of you could get someone pregnant very quickly, but, it might work. So, there you go. I also feel you're like pregnant with ideas. You have the Knight of Cups, Two of Cups, and the Eight of Cups. So, Knight of Cups, Knight in Shining Armor coming in for you if you are looking for love. I do feel like there's like a really solid person. I feel like they're solid as rock, honestly, is what I'm hearing. Like, I feel this person, they have their life together. They have, I think there's evidence as well. It's kind of funny because for you air signs for the past 2 years, I've been getting this thing about evidence, like trusting the evidence and all this other stuff, right? And so I feel there's a lot of evidence that this person is successful. It's like someone can tell you that they're an entrepreneur. How many entrepreneurs do you see on Tinder for you kids out there that use Tinder? It's probably a million of them. But it's like they're an entrepreneur that lives in their mama's basement, right? Which, heck, I was there, right? As an entrepreneur living in his mama's basement. So I've been there. But at the same time, it's like at a certain point, it's like you actually got to do something, right? So again, I feel like but I feel like you're meeting a person where it's like if they say they're an entrepreneur, they're an entrepreneur. If they say they're a rocket scientist, they're a rocket scientist. They're working with Elon, right? Probably his right hand man. So it's like there's something here about, it's like they say something, that's what they are, but there's proof as well. So I kind of feel like you could be attracting that type of person here. You have the Two of Cups. With the Two of Cups, definitely a perfect match coming in for you. Something very solid as well. If you don't want love, and even if you do, the Two of Cups to me is a card of you and your higher self. So I feel you really need to pay attention to what your higher self is telling you to do. I really feel you need to listen to your inner voice with this as well. So I would pay close attention with the Two of Cups. You have the Eight of Cups, which is walking away from things that no longer serve you. Definitely the whole entire reading is saying it's a good time for you to do that. Again, like I said, you're making these judgments on things based off of evidence, and you have the evidence. It's not like you're just judging something just because, Like I said, you're trusting the evidence, which is great, and that's leading to success. With the Knight of Cups, you have the King of Swords. Yeah, probably a person who's older than you, very mature, very successful, hardworking. I also kind of feel that this could be you, though. If you are working towards a dream, or if you're working on something that you would consider a dream, then I feel for a lot of you that this is kind of like you doing the right things. The King of Swords is very focused. So you could just be very focused at this time. With the Two of Cups, you have the Ten of Cups, happy home, happy family. This is like fortune after difficulty as well, so love it. But I love readings where the Ten of Pentacles and the Ten of Cups show up in the reading. This represents a very strong connection coming in for you. So if you want love, could be a very strong connection. If you want to have a family, definitely very good for having a family. If you just want general improvements in your life, Ten of Cups is fortune after difficulty. Really nice. Yeah, with the Eight of Cups, you have the Wheel of Fortune. This very clearly would tell me that you are taking control of your destiny. Again, when we actually start to pay attention and we get rid of things that don't work and we pay attention to the things that do work in life, all areas of life, that's how we take control of the wheel. I always say the wheel is always spinning. We are in charge of making it spin in the direction that we want it to spin in. So, we can do this very simply. Number one is with our vibrations. There's a snake right here. If it wants... We're getting rid of this camera right here, this snake, and the snake represents your vibrations. So again, the vibes you give off. Also, we can live at the center of the wheel. When you're at the center of the wheel, good things and bad things always happen in life. But when bad things happen, you take care of them right away. You don't allow them to become bigger. Again, when we ignore things in life, they always become bigger problems. And then when something good comes into your life, you double down on it. You think, how can I make this victory bigger? How can I get more out of it? How can I celebrate this win more? And sometimes it's just that simple. Next, in the area of the good stuff, you have this emotions card. It says, focused on your love life instead of work. This is coming up in the good stuff, so again, wouldn't worry about it. Careful not to allow work to interfere with love or the other way around. Again, in the good stuff, I feel like you're kind of balancing it out. You have this card that says, realize you have all the qualities to be a leader. Yes, I mean, clearly you are taking the lead in your life, and clearly this is leading to success. So, pretty simple reading. You have the Knight of Wands, Six of Pentacles, and the Four of Cups. Knight of Wands is about going on an adventure. It's about following your enthusiasm. It's also about building something new. I do feel like you are making progress in building new things in your life. We even see that with the Six of Pentacles. Six of Pentacles is a card of planting seeds in a new direction. Like I said, I feel really the whole entire reading is pretty simple, right? There's no reason to overcomplicate it. I really feel that all this good stuff is coming into your life because of this, because you're only giving energy to things that give energy back to you. Again, the sifting and sorting thing that I said a minute ago. It's almost like the reading is just the only thing it's really talking about is that you're cutting out the bad stuff and bad relationships, bad work things. They don't even have to be bad. It just there could be certain things that do not give you energy like you give energy to the thing, like work or business or otherwise. So it's like you're very much like, I feel like you're paying attention to what you invest in and what you get out of things with the Six of Pentacles. You have the Four of Cups. Four of Cups is a card of kind of like not getting what you want. It's a card of contemplation and apathy, trying to manifest things and not getting what you want. But I do feel like you are manifesting things and getting what you want. So, this is coming up in the area of the good stuff. And, obviously it's going to be good no matter what. Let's see. With the Knight of Wands, you have the Two of Pentacles. Work hard, play hard. Just like I said on that, whatever this other card said, emotions. It kind of says balance the two things out. And that's exactly what I would do there. With the Six of Pentacles, you have the Five of Cups. Five of Cups is about like needing to be grateful for what you do have. And again, like I said, it's coming up in the good stuff. So that would tell me that you're practicing gratitude, which helps you manifest the things you want. Again, all he has to do is turn around, see those two cups, he'll get the bridge and the castle behind him. And it's just that simple. With the Four of Cups, are you kidding? You have the Ten of Pentacles. You literally start and end with the Ten of Pentacles here. This looks amazing. I kind of feel you are manifesting your Ten of Pentacles, whatever that means for you. Again, Ten of Pentacles is not just money. Ten of Pentacles to me is the best love card in the deck, for example. It really represents getting everything you want and desire. So you could be attracting something really nice here. You have this Hills card. It says obstacles to overcome. So I feel for a lot of you that you could be overcoming some obstacles or that you've been dealing with. These are those minor annoyances. Remember I said at the beginning of the reading, it's almost like, I don't want to call you lazy. I'm not saying you're lazy, but it's almost like you couldn't get motivated last year. And I feel like this year is very different. You're getting motivated, getting things done. There you go. You have this Axe card. It says forces working against you. I feel like that's how you felt last year. Like things were just, kind of holding you back. You have this bouquet card. It says compliments from an admirer. Definitely love coming in for you. If you have your eye on a person going this way, that person is definitely interested in you. You could think that this person's very busy with the Ten of Wands, or maybe they probably are. The evidence probably says that they are very busy, but, I feel it could be a very good person for you. You have this clause that says, be careful, do not take risks. I would change this to do not take unnecessary risk. If you have a risk where it makes sense to take the risk, I would take the risk. But, don't take unnecessary risk. You have this pail. It says time to get out of a situation. The whole entire reading just says that you're sifting and sorting, you're getting out of situations that no longer serve you, and you're investing your time in things that do. So love it. Very simple reading. Like I said, no reason to overcomplicate it. So I would just focus on the good stuff here, focus on what's working in life, and that's it. So thank you for being here, and definitely enjoy your week.